Guys, this is Tarot with Kittens, Weights, and Tarot, and today I'm doing a deck review of the third edition of the Extraordinary Oracle, or the Extraordinary Oracle, created by Amanda and Natty. Definitely go check out their website. All you need to do is type in Extraordinary Oracle and their website. It'll be at the very top of your Google page. They have a lot of other witchy goodies in their shop. In fact, I just saw right now for the holiday season, they are having 10% off of this deck. So this deck is normally $50. Which is why I held off until the third edition. But it is now down to $40. And it says that you get the hand-stamped cotton bag with it. I ended up getting this little bag with it. But yeah, so definitely go check them out. So I would like to look into the little booklet that came with this first before actually looking at the cards. So this is a deck that I wanted for quite some time. It's just that I kept hearing reviews of the cardstock being maybe not the most favorable, and that $50 price tag, which I know for indie decks, I understand. I'm making my own deck, my own indie deck, and so I understand where the price is coming from, but also it's a lot of money. I'm just saying, and I know that there's nothing really the creators can do about it because it's the cost of production, and things like that. So I'm not knocking them in any way. It's just the cost of being an indie deck creator. And I do my best to support as many indie deck creators as possible. Okay, so again, down here, it says Conjured Up in Nashville, Tennessee by Amanda and Natty. And it's just a little like stapled booklet. And it has their little special thanks here. And it just gives their little thoughts on magic and creating this little oracle deck. And, basically it says to make it entirely your own. I mean, they're like, you could use this booklet or not use this booklet. It's up to you. And then they have a little spread here called the Stairs spread, which I think is wonderful. And I have added a spread into the deck that I am creating as well. And then it just goes into their interpretations of the images that you'll see on each of the cards, although they do highly recommend that you connect with the cards yourself and you decide what those images mean to you. Okay, so there is that and that and that, and then that is it. So this is just a little thing. Oh, and here's their information in case you would like to follow them. So there you go, and I do highly suggest that you follow them. So let's take a look at the cards. So like I said, it came in this beautiful little golden velveteen pouch. And it has this little like stretchy hair tie band around it, and I just kind of like kept it just to keep my cards nice and neat. So we'll take this off, and I want to take a look at one card first, just so you guys can see the backing. I think the original one, other backings, I think it was like black or something like that, maybe purpley, but yeah, I got the third edition, and I was like, oh, when the other editions were selling out, the first, the second, I was like, well, maybe it's just not meant to be, and it was kind of pricey, and I keep hearing about this cardstock, and I'm like, eh. So but I am glad I got it. So I just want to start off by saying that I am so stoked with this oracle deck. I saw it again when I was watching Miss Tracy over at My Spiritual Shoes, her YouTube channel, and she had gotten this deck, and I was like, oh, it's still out there. And I was like, what? And then, and I had a little bit of cash, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to do it. Because I keep thinking about this deck, and it's like already in its third production. So I'm like, why not? Okay. So I do want to show you that there is a texture, as you guys can see. Kind of like what they would print on really fancy wedding invitations. I don't know why wedding came to mind, but like cardstocky or thick kind of cardstock, like wedding invitations or a fancy invitation to something. It has this kind of texture, and this would be thick for like a wedding invitation, but to me just not like thick enough as like cards that you use for reading. So it is your standard tarot size, but let me show you the thickness of the cards. It's very bendy and to me very thin for cardstock, and I think easily, you know, taken out of form. But I just use it. I use it just very carefully. You know, I have to be a little bit more mindful when I shuffle instead of like all willy-nilly. And I'm a side shuffler. I think that if you're a riffle shuffler, I don't know if this is gonna work for you. It's just very thin. So I do want to say yes, it is thin. I have a printing of the Romani Tarot, the Buckland Romani Tarot, and it's kind of the same cardstock, and I think the Romani Tarot is actually thinner, but this is just so thin. And so my one complaint on the deck is just I want thicker cardstock, but everything else is perfect and beautiful. So if that's my only complaint, whatevs. I can deal, and I have dealt with it, and I've used this quite a bit, and you don't see any damage to the ends. And I'm using it a lot, by the way. This isn't just like, oh, sometimes I use it. No, I've had this for probably 3 or 4 months now. I've used it like every other day. It's fine. I just have to be more mindful when I shuffle. So that's all I have to say about cardstock. All right, so now let's get into the images. I like that they're just your, I like the little planchettes. They're just so cute. Or hearts. I like that they're just your everyday, like, images. And also, I think, helps to see, like, what's going on, like, outside of cards. Like, just looking around in your world for messages. I think that this is a good jump to that. Just seeing, like, the magic in your just everyday world. And there was a book that Queen Osset had given me about looking at images from the outside world. So let me just grab that real quick. So the name of the book was Sacred Signs and Symbols by Dillard, D-I-L-L-A-R-D. And it just talks about, like, oh, you know, what does it mean when you see a red car, or what if you see like this type of bird, or you know, what happens when you see this amount of change laying on the ground, or you know, something like that. Just like average stuff. I doubt I'm gonna see a heart hanging out, but beautiful image. If I do, I'm in the wrong place. But I think that this deck works well with that book, you know. So definitely go check out that book too. Yeah, I love the artwork. I love the colors. And I love what they've chosen for their images. This one actually comes up for me a lot, and I'll do a little like mini general reading at the very end just to show you how I would read with these cards. I find that, yes, I can pair them with tarot, but I do enjoy reading with them on their own. And at first it was a little hard because I was just like connecting to the images and trying to figure out, okay, what does this mean to me? Because I'm not really a consult the guidebook kind of person. I mean, I do on a couple of decks, so I don't say I never do that. Like usually on like some of the Stacey DeMarco Oracle decks, I might consult the guidebook every once in a while, like if I'm doing daily draws for myself. But yeah, so I'll definitely do a little general read for you guys. I love this one. This one like comes up for me every once in a while. Oh my gosh. Okay. I've been holding on to this one like Hello Kitty sock for a while now, and I'm like, it was like 2 months had passed. I'm like, you know what? I'm just never gonna find that other sock. I literally threw it out the other day. The very next day, my boyfriend finds the other sock. It was wrapped up in a sheet because we were like putting out new sheets for his brother who's come to stay with us for the holidays. And I'm like, What the deuce? I already threw out that other sock. Okay, so let me show you how it shuffles, because some people are very interested. So like I said, it's thin cardstock. I'm just a little more careful when I shuffle, and I try not to throw them all over like that. But yeah, just like that is fine. Okay, so let's move this out of the way. And let's do a little general read. What's something that we need to know right now? So there's 1, there's 2, and actually there's 3. Okay, so let's see. We see all these pictures and their picture frames. It appears we have this beautiful bound journal. And then we have the wine being spilt. But, you know, we have also a symbol here. This looks like the symbol for air. So interesting. We have red wine, red being like fire, so water, and then I don't know, maybe missing earth symbol, or maybe that's just the background. Okay, so let's try to put this together and see what we get. So picture frames, journal. Oh, okay. Since we're in the holiday season, I was kind of thinking like the you know, the elements of, you know, water being emotions, but we also have the red wine, the fire of the holidays, being with family. Alcohol is probably a flowing. We also have air. People are doing a lot of thinking, a lot of reminiscing as they get together. Also a good time to be doing some journaling, and me seeing the picture frames just reminds me of like relatives, people coming into this. And so this card being in the middle, I'm seeing with these 2 cards flanking it, you know, there's all this stuff going on in the holidays, you know, all these people coming in, for most people for the holidays. Like I said, this is just general. It's good to do a little bit of journaling beforehand. So before the people come in, and then after your relatives have left, just to kind of check in with yourself. How does it make you feel when certain people are coming in? Do certain people trigger certain emotions, certain thoughts? And it's good to get all that out here instead of letting the wine flow and just letting your thoughts just woo, you know, and saying things maybe you might not have wanted to say at that particular time in front of certain people. Okay, so that's just how I would read it, just a little general thing. And that's it. And let me know if you have this deck, how you work with it. Do you use it on its own? Do you use it in conjunction with tarot? Like I said, I use it mostly just on its own. I do use it in reading with clients as well as for myself and with friends. Yeah, and if you guys dug this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to click subscribe, and don't forget to click that ding 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 notification bell for more videos just like this. And yes, if you have any more comments or questions, place that in the comment section down below. I will also put a link to Amanda and Natty's shop if you are interested in it. I mean, right now they have $10 off, so the deck is now $40 instead of $50, which is what I paid for it. So definitely go check them out. And if you want to catch a reading with me, head over to www.kittenswaitsandtarot.com. And hey, if you want me to use this deck, just let me know in the note to seller upon booking. And yeah, if you want to send a little love my way, head over to patreon.com/kittenswaitsandtarot. You know, it helps out with what I do here on my channel. You know, things that I do have to buy in order to, you know, do YouTube. It also helps out with creating the time to do, you know, meetups and creating my own oracle deck, my own indie deck. Yeah, and I appreciate each and every one of my patrons over there, and I'll be doing something a little special for them for the holidays. And yeah, so that's it from me, spiritual homies. I will catch you later. Peace, love, and chicken grease. Peace out!